He promised he would divorce his wife for me. That promise lasted for 5 years until I received a text from her. "You're still young. Find yourself a deserving partner." My 5 years of youth ended with just one text message. He swept into my life like a summer storm, unexpected, thrilling, and utterly consuming. I remember the day we met as if it were yesterday. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over everything, and he looked at me like I was the only person in the world. He was charming, of course. He said all the right things, painted a future so beautiful it took my breath away. He spoke of a love that was meant to be, a connection that transcended everything. And then came the promise, the one I clung to like a lifeline. "I won't make you wait long," he whispered, his eyes sincere. "Just give me a little time. We'll be together, I swear." I believed him. How could I not? When someone offers you the world, you don't question the map. I tucked his promise into my heart and began to wait. The days bled into weeks, the weeks into months, and then, impossibly, into years. "I won't make you wait long," became his mantra, a soothing balm on an ever-growing wound. Each time I felt doubt creeping in, he'd pull me back with sweet words and visions of our future. He'd talk about the house we'd buy, the places we'd travel, the life we would build once he was free. He made it sound so simple, so inevitable. But the seasons changed, and his situation never did. I lived in a state of suspended animation, my life put on hold for a tomorrow that never seemed to arrive. I became an expert at hiding, a ghost in my own story. My friends would ask about my love life, and I'd offer vague, smiling deflections. How could I explain that I was in love with a man who belonged to someone else? How could I admit that I was the other woman? The words felt like poison on my tongue. Inside, a war was raging. The love I felt for him was a brilliant, burning sun, but it was eclipsed by the shadow of what we were doing. Was this love, or was it just a beautiful, elaborate lie I was telling myself? Every shared laugh was tinged with guilt, every stolen moment a reminder of the life I wasn't a part of. I was caught between the intoxicating dream he sold me and the heartbreaking reality I was living. I told myself that true love was worth fighting for, worth waiting for. But as the years stretched on, the waiting began to feel less like a romantic gesture and more like a sentence. The collapse wasn't a sudden explosion, but a quiet, shattering implosion. It happened on a Tuesday. I remember the ordinariness of the day, which made the pain feel even more surreal. My phone buzzed on the coffee table. It was a message, but it wasn't for me. He had left his phone behind. A simple, careless mistake. My heart hammered against my ribs as I saw the preview on the screen. A message from his wife. It was a photo of them smiling on a beach with the caption, "Happy 15th anniversary to my one and only. Here's to forever." 15 years. Forever. The words swam before my eyes. In that single instant, the carefully constructed world he had built for me crumbled into dust. All the promises, all the "I love yous," all the "soon I promise," recanted in a single smiling photograph. He had never been leaving. There was no plan. There was no us. There was only his life, and the small, secret corner he had carved out for me. The pain was physical. It felt like a punch to the gut, knocking all the air from my lungs. I sank to the floor, the phone slipping from my hand. It was the silence that was the loudest. The silence where all his beautiful lies used to be. The waiting was over. Not because our time had finally come, but because I finally understood it never would. The hope I had carried for so long died right there on the living room floor, and I was left alone with the wreckage. In the quiet aftermath, as I began to piece myself back together, I started to see things clearly for the first time. The tears eventually dried, and what remained was a profound, aching clarity. I had spent years waiting for someone else to choose me, to validate my worth, to give me the life I craved. I had handed over the keys to my happiness and trusted someone else to drive. That was my greatest mistake. This experience, as painful as it was, taught me the most important lesson of all. Self-respect isn't something someone else can give you. It's something you must claim for yourself. True love doesn't ask you to shrink, to hide, or to put your life on pause. It doesn't thrive in secrecy and broken promises. It empowers you. It celebrates you. It wants you to be whole, with or without it. I learned to love the person who was left when he was gone, me. I started rebuilding my life, not for a hypothetical future with someone else, but for myself, right here and now. I filled my days with things that brought me joy, reconnected with friends I had drifted from, and rediscovered the woman I was before I became someone's secret. My story is etched with pain, yes, but it is also a story of resilience and rebirth. It's a reminder that the most enduring and important love story you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Never settle for being an option when you deserve to be the priority, starting with you. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. If any part of this resonated with you, I hope it brings you a sense of strength. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories. It means the world to me. Take care of yourselves.